Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate your support. We're gonna get you a love reading today. I wanna see what's coming up in love for you. So we're just gonna see what comes out. Whether it's a past person, a new person, we're gonna just see what messages we get with the tarot today. Hope you guys are keeping well, enjoying your weekend. All right, guys, let's see. Let's move all this on the side here. Okay. Messages for those watching this video now or later, please. What's coming up in love? Wow. 10 of Cups, Pisces energy. Beautiful. I love to see that. I'm already smiling. Okay. I love to see that. That's great. So I'm just going to pull the spread and then we'll get some clarifiers. For now, I'm just going to call out the energy that I see. Okay, we've got Judgment, Major Arcana. Wow, more Pisces energy with the 9 of Cups. Okay. What else? Wow, Temperance, Sagittarius energy, another major in reverse. Let's see what's in the center of your spread. Okay, the Ace of Wands. It wanted to come out in reverse, but I'm going to take it upright. Sorry, guys, bear with me here for a second. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, what else? Wow, what's with all the major arcanas? We've got Taurus energy with the Hierophant. Beautiful. I'm just gonna move this up a bit. Okay, let's see. This is your current energy, by the way. Let's see what's in the near future. Messages for the collective, please. Wow, another major Capricorn energy with the Devil. This is pretty interesting so far. Okay, we've got the 7 of Wands, some Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy showing up here. Let's see what's the last card. Okay, we got 2 that wanted to flip out. We've got the Ace of Cups. That's some water energy. Wow, another major arcana. So we've got the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, and we have the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And bottom of the deck, what you don't see in the background is the Moon, Cancer, Pisces, and we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius with the Knight of Swords. Interesting spread so far. Okay. Bear with me for a quick moment. I just want to see if you guys can see all these cards okay. Looks like it's so crooked. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that okay. So I'm looking at the recent past, the present energy, and the future energy. The very first card is the 10 of Cups. Beautiful energy, emotional fulfillment, somebody you felt very safe with, felt mutual love with. This is a mutual connection. I mean, you can see the rainbow in the background. It's a sense of feeling, a sense of belonging with somebody. Shortly after that, though, comes a major judgment call. It's like somebody made a decision. There was some sort of spiritual awakening, like a realization of some kind, and somebody has completely bared their soul, bore their soul. I don't know how to really say that, but it's like you've made some sort of judgment call on the relationship. You made a major life decision that really affected where things went with this connection. I feel like at one point it could have felt really good, but something made you face some sort of truth here, some sort of realization. You're completely naked there in the moonlight, really, you know, trying to connect to the truth about a situation. And you make a decision, you make a judgment call, you strip yourself of everything that used to be comfortable for you. And you're now sitting in the 9 of Cups, which is a single energy, somebody who has taken a step down from, you know, partnership and emotional fulfillment with a partner, and you're making yourself happy here. You're really sitting in your own meditative state. I feel like you've been really listening to the universe, listening to your inner wisdom. You could be manifesting right now. There's something about you sitting in that meditative state. We've got the butterflies surrounding you, talking about a major transformation. And I feel like you're really proud of yourself for making this decision. It looks like it was a big decision. Could have been very difficult. But I see you very proud of yourself. You're proud of the accomplishments. You're proud of the achievements you've made on your own. You know, in your current energy, Temperance is in reverse. Okay, Temperance talks about balance. It teaches us to call on our angels, okay, or into the angelic realm or into the spiritual realm for support when we're looking for balance in our life, when we're looking for trying to find peace and tranquility. Maybe you felt like life was a little bit chaotic for you in the recent past, even though you're sitting here quite content in your emotional fulfillment. There's some sort of wish fulfillment that you've called in, and it could be to have released yourself from this. Maybe this turned toxic. I don't know. We can clarify to get some, you know, deeper meaning. But, you know, the reversal of the Temperance card in your spread here, it can indicate that you would maybe be trying too hard, or perhaps maybe even forcing a situation instead of letting things play, letting things roll out. I feel like you need to trust in the universe, trust in the decision, trust in yourself. Believe in your decision that you made in the recent past. You could be feeling like your life's upside down, like maybe you want things to move a little bit quicker. Maybe you're trying to find love again, or just perhaps find your footing again. There's something about you needing to take a softer, calmer approach, okay? You need to like kind of realign with how you were here, okay? There's some sort of message. You're being guided in a way to basically remind you to avoid extreme situations or behaviors. Maybe you feel called to really go after something, and maybe the universe is telling you here, temper that. Sit back, let the universe roll it out for you, okay? Because you do have this exciting new beginning in the center of your reading, which is very, very, very beautiful. It's a passionate whole new start. And you've got the Hierophant right next to it. That talks about a commitment. You could have been really changing your belief system here, looking at marriage differently, looking at life differently. You could be even seeking some sort of spiritual healer or something like that. But I see you in the future. There's something that you're still tied to. There's some sort of obsessive overthinking, obsessive attachment. I feel like you could be attached to something that is not healthy, that is leaving you in this defensive energy here. But I do see you calling in love. Okay, you want to create something here. You want to create a new beginning in love for yourself. And I feel like this really is telling me here that you're recommitting to yourself. You're putting self-love at the forefront. Okay, you've closed out a major cycle here with the world. This is a very painful, not that it's painful, but it's the end of a journey, okay? It's like an end of an era that you've gone through, a major chapter closing out. Maybe you're no longer, you know, accepting people who are going to breadcrumb you, give you very little when you give so much in return. Let's see, we're going to get clarifiers here and see what these messages are trying to tell us. So in the recent past, you did have somebody that you were very happy with. There was happiness for some time, could have been 10 years, 10 months, whatever the case may be. It felt good, okay? But something separated you from this person. And I feel like you're the person, I feel like you're the one who made the big judgment call to walk away. What's the 10 of Cups? Why is the Ten of Cups here in the recent past, please? And in the outside energy, guys, what you don't see is somebody is racing in. Somebody wants to communicate something with you here. They could be younger than you. They don't have to be, but could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a Cancer, Pisces. Somebody that has some fears about approaching you. They're a little bit doubtful that you may be receptive to their communication, but this is somebody who wants to take action and send you a message. So let's see, what's this Ten of Cups? We've got the Seven of Cups. Yeah, something that felt good once with this person. Okay, it was kind of like an illusion. I feel like in the beginning it felt really great, but something that you were looking at with this person, it was like rose-colored glasses. This person could have sold you a fantasy that, you know, they couldn't pull their weight on maybe. I see you here, you know, looking at your options, thinking, is there something better out there for me? Is there something more that I can feel for another person? I feel like this was good for a moment, maybe, you know, a couple months or something, but I feel like it didn't last. That happiness didn't last for long. And I feel like this person, you know, left you up in your head. You had a lot of choices to make, difficult decisions to make that you made on your own. Give me one more. What's the Seven of Cups? I feel like you were fantasizing a lot about what your future could look like with this person. Yeah, look at the Lovers card there. Another major arcana, Gemini energy. I feel like you really fantasized about what the two of you could build together, all the different ways that this could go. But I feel like this person disappointed you in some way. You were really up in your head here. I mean, it could have even been a self-sabotage for some of you, but you made a big choice, okay? You got two choice cards side by side here, both major arcanas. You were really stuck in your head here. I feel like you could have self-sacrificed, imprisoned yourself in this connection. Maybe you knew it wasn't right, but you felt a sense of loyalty. However, there's a sense of the Five of Pentacles, a sense of abandonment, a sense of not being good enough, being ghosted. Again, we saw the breadcrumbing energy. So, I mean, this person could be feeling abandoned by you. They could be really up in their head about you right now. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. But I feel like you had to make a very difficult decision here. You have a lot of love for this person, but there's some sort of illusion attached to this connection. Okay, something was not real. Something was all in your head, like it was just fantasy. And I feel like even though the love was there was something that kept causing confusion. And this person could have really left you up in your head. Or they could have even, you know, this relationship could have even felt like a prison for you, to be honest. You could have felt very alone, even though you were in a relationship. So I see you being honest with yourself here with the Judgment card. It's like you had this awakening. The Lovers card, yes, there was love, but there was a choice. There was a decision. You could have, you know, this person could have stepped out on you, or you could have stepped out on them. I don't know. I'm not really getting too much of a third party energy here, but the Lovers does talk about a choice. Often, you know, temptation surrounds the two of you. Is somebody going to break from that partnership, that union? So let's see. Why did the decision of the Lovers end? Or what's this judgment call? Why was this judgment call made? You could have even found this person being sneaky online. The Seven of Cups can often talk about online energy. Could have found something out about them, you know, being deceptive with other partners online, or just maybe, I don't know, something about online. What's the Judgment card? Why'd you make this big decision to walk away? Yeah, you felt it, okay? You felt it. With the World here, you felt that it was time to end this cycle. It's like the growth was not there. Nothing was moving forward. You gained your confidence back by walking away. I feel like you almost got your power back by accepting that this was closing out and that you had to make the decision, the very difficult decision. Okay, you had to have a lot of strength, a lot of courage. This is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. You had to have a lot of courage, and I feel like people are recognizing you for being brave enough to close out a cycle, to put a stop to something that no longer served you. And you're sitting in your confidence, rebuilding yourself back up here. You could be telling me here that this person was juggling you. Yeah, look at that. You could have very well been juggled by this person. They could have been entertaining somebody else. Okay, there's a lot of pentacles here, so they could have been juggling their time with you and another. And I see you here feeling very sad, very neglected, very alone. You could have spent a lot of time, if you shared a home with this person, could have spent a lot of time at home alone, thinking about where is this person, you know, just going back and forth. So, you know, I see you really focusing on yourself here with the Queen of Wands. You're trying to, you know, focus on rebuilding that confidence, because this person could have left you feeling very vulnerable, very, you know, judging yourself too. Like, the judgment is like, yes, we judge others, but we also judge ourselves and who we are as people. And I feel like they could have made you really pick yourself apart. You could have a black cat. You don't have to, that's just for some of you, but there's a sense of allowing yourself to wash away all the hurt, all the negative things that were maybe said to you to make you doubt yourself and your worth and your beauty. Let's see. I see you sitting in the 9 of Cups. You have a wish fulfillment here, and I think this wish fulfillment is to find that love for yourself again, to sit in your own peace, have a home on your own. What's the 9 of Cups for the collective, please? The King of Wands. My goodness. Okay, so you could be manifesting love with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I feel like somebody's matching your energy right now in the recent past. And the recent past can be like last week. It doesn't have to be like a year ago or 2 years ago. It can take it how it resonates, whatever the recent past is for you. But I feel like this person, again, I'm getting an energy of somebody being younger than you or just having an age difference. I feel like as you're turning your back and detaching from this 10 of Cups, you're in search for a new relationship. You're in search for, first of all, peace and quiet in your own world. But you're going through the dark night of the soul here, really trying to find the 2 cups that are missing from this 8 of Cups, right? To make the 10 of Cups. So you're really on a hunt here. And I feel like while you've been in your peace and quiet, in your meditation, you're manifesting somebody strong. I feel like, and don't worry about the gender, but I feel like you could have made a manifestation that you want somebody who's going to be ambitious, somebody who matches your energy, who's goal-oriented, goes after what they want, who's going to go after you, that you don't have to chase. And I feel like this person that you're manifesting does come into your life here, and you could be almost a little bit surprised, like, wow, they appeared out of nowhere. So you may be feeling a little bit eager here with the Temperance, like you don't want to take things slow. It's like they show up and you just want to race towards them because you're excited, you're attracted, and they're very attracted to you too. They see you as the Queen of Wands. So the 2 of you could both have fire in your charts. You don't have to be a fire sign. Same with the Pisces energy. You don't have to be Pisces. You could, or Gemini, you could be, you know, embodying these energies. But this person has a fierce energy. There's somebody who is showing up with a lion beside them, okay? They're very focused. They're very aware of you, okay? They're not keeping their eyes off of you. I feel like they maybe not be telling you or communicating with you, but it's like they appear in your life in one way or another, whether it's online, in person. So I see you getting quite excited when they enter your energy here. It's like with Temperance in reverse, you just want to force something to start. You want to go after this person here, but you have to remind yourself that you're not going to chase, right? Look at that. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse. More earth energy. So yeah, Sagittarius energy with the Temperance, really, really reiterating here, no longer accepting breadcrumbs from people, okay? You're no longer allowing people to put you in third-party situations. I feel like you're not going to give. Temperance is really here telling you don't force a situation, don't rush a situation, don't give too much before you're the wife. You know what I mean? Like before you have anything solidified with this person, don't give too much of your energy. You maybe made a mistake of doing that in the past with this person. Yeah, look at that, the Death card. Scorpio energy. You're going through a major transformation in how you show up for a new relationship. Look at that, Queen of Cups. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel like you have a lot of love to give. You're somebody who gives from the heart. You give generously, almost to a fault, okay? Your emotions run really deep. Look at those waters behind you. It's like you have a very deep well of emotions that you want to share. You want to nurture somebody, and you want that same energy back. I feel like people in the past have not been as deep as you, and you've always been breadcrumbed. And it's just a sense of, you know, a reiteration here really to tell you, don't give too much too quick, even though it's exciting, even though it's a passionate new beginning that's entered your world here in the center of your reading. It's touching all the cards of your spread here. It's telling you to take a step back. Okay, try to stay calm, try to temper your feelings, temper your emotions, stay grounded, just be balanced. Remember, equal give and take. What's this Ace of Wands, this new beginning? Wow, look at that. The two of, sorry, not the two. I don't know why I said the two. The Ace of Swords, which is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Leo with the Strength card. Look at that lion showing up for you guys again. This person is this new beginning, this new exciting beginning, sorry. They come in, this is a lot of sexual desire, okay? There's this passionate, it's like this person comes out of nowhere. You're trying to force something here. I feel like the universe is telling you to have strength, have courage to hold back, temper those emotions, temper that eagerness. I know you just want to like kind of run like a lion, like after their prey, rip them to shreds. But, you know, with the Strength card here, you need to listen to your logic here, okay? Your crown chakra is being pierced here with some sort of enlightenment, some sort of epiphany. And maybe that's the epiphany. It's to really use your strength to hold back. This person is showing up in your life for a reason, and I feel like you don't need to rush anything. This looks to be like somebody that you're going to have a commitment with, okay? When I ask what's coming up in love, this is a commitment that is shared between you and somebody who have a lot of the same beliefs. Somebody that is not going to, you know, leave you in a state of confusion like your past. Look at that, the 10 of Swords. There's an end here that needs to close out officially. I feel like you're still healing. You're still in this energy of manifesting things, and this person just showed up. So I feel like you're like, wow, that's so exciting. They're already here. Let me just get to it. But you need to allow the cycle, especially we see the World card here, rebuilding yourself back up, okay? Letting the 10 swords really exit your back there, okay? You've been betrayed. You've faced a very painful ending. And I feel like you need to really take the time to heal with temperance and find your balance again. Yeah, you need to really, and I mean, the universe is offering you love here, but I feel like it's a cup of self-love. You could be ignoring that, and you could be wanting to just skip to the good part, to where's my person. But this is really telling you here, again, in that meditative seated position, like I see you here, it's really reiterating here to take the time that you need to grieve what's been lost. Okay, those 3 cups are usually spilt over. Or maybe they're not. I can't remember actually. No, they're not spilt over. Sorry, that's the 5 of Cups. So, you know, you're focused on the past though here. You're focused on the cups from the past. You need to accept this new cup here that the universe is offering you, okay, to embrace yourself. Okay, something that you could be focusing on is leaving you feeling bored, leaving you feeling regretful, thinking about the past too much, about how you were breadcrumbed, how you were made a choice, an option. Somebody could have chosen someone else over you here. Just feel the ending, accept the ending, and let it close out completely. Don't let it be where you're carrying bits and pieces from an old relationship into a new relationship, okay? So let's see, what's this Hierophant card here? What's the Hierophant, Taurus energy? I feel like you're really connecting to spirit here. You're feeling very enlightened by spirit. We've got the 6 of Cups. Yeah, you're really looking back at the past. You're feeling nostalgic. You could even be reminiscing about someone from your past here, somebody that you could have had a connection with, that maybe this could even be this person here. Maybe somebody from your past is coming in for a reconciliation. We've got the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. So I feel like you've been waiting for somebody that's at a distance from you. Okay. We've got more earth energy and fire energy. This connection here has something to do with a past life or somebody you've known from a long time ago. That could be coming back. Could be this person that has entered your life. I really don't know. I can't. Let's get a little bit more. Or it could just be you reflecting on, you know, changing your beliefs of how you used to believe in love or marriage from the past. You're no longer looking at things the same way. Maybe you have a more different approach to long-term commitments or marriage or spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs. What's the 6 of Cups? Why is the 6 of Cups here? Wow, yeah. I feel like this is really telling me here that, first of all, the 4 of Swords, Libra energy, is what happens right after the 3 of Swords, the heartbreak, okay? You're really sitting alone in peace and silence. You're in this quiet energy. You're somebody who really stands out, though. People are kind of wondering where you've been, maybe. With the star Aquarius, you're healing. This is all a healing energy here. Both cards are talking about staying in your silence, staying in your peace, healing something very, very painful, recovering, allowing the universe to absorb all those emotions that you've bottled up for so long, even those thoughts that you've been overthinking at night. You're releasing this to the universe, and I feel like you're just trusting in the universe here to say, I want to do things differently from how I did it in the past. You could be really nostalgic looking back at the past connections that you've had, the people that you were loyal to from the past, the people that you committed your time and energy to. And I feel like you're really reflecting on that, and you're staying hopeful for the future. You're not losing faith in love, but I feel like you're changing how you're going to do something in the future. You're really looking back at how you showed up for people in past commitments, and I feel like you're reviewing that in the 4 of Swords, and you're releasing it with the star. Okay, so you are showing up here as somebody who is healing, okay? Healing and also hopeful. You're not losing hope, and don't lose hope. That's you not giving up. That's the wounded warriors. That's the 9 of Wands, Sagittarius energy, not giving up on what excites you, your ambitions, your desires, the things that light you up inside. Yeah, look at that, the Knight of Wands. You want to go after something here. You want to go after love. You want to go in quick. I feel like you're very passionate about whoever this is, and I feel like you're obsessing over them. And again, I feel like there's a mutual obsession. The fact that the two of you are showing up in equal playing field here, the same energy. It's like you're a divine match. There's something about the two of you obsessing over each other, maybe not communicating this. You could even feel like this person's blocked or blocking you, or there's something blocking this connection. Let's see. Why is the Devil here, Capricorn energy? There's an obsession for sure. 2 of Swords. The Devil here is basically saying that there's some sort of stagnancy. There's some sort of energy of feeling stuck. And the 2 of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, is also a stuck energy. So there's somebody not making a decision, not wanting to see the truth about a situation. Look at that, the Death card and the Knight of Wands, Scorpio and more fire energy. I could really be hearing here that this is still you being stuck, even though you're trying to heal and release the past. You're at a stalemate here. I feel like you're not seeing something that you haven't officially let go of. Okay, this is also telling me here that there's an attachment, an unhealthy attachment that still holds you, that still blindfolds you. Remember, we saw the 8 of Swords, where you were blindfolded, you were self-imposed in that prison with this person. I feel like you're here still blindfolded, still thinking about how this person either did you wrong or something about that energy. I feel like this is telling you here, you need to race toward this transformation. If you're going to race towards anything, it needs to be to close out that cycle. Okay, throw it out, clear the energy, protect your energy from the past. I feel like you need to release it so that you can call in this new partner, this new love, to create something new here. Until you have that self-love, that self-healing completely, where you've protected your energy, which also means protecting your thoughts and where you invest your time, you're not going to be able to create something new. What's the Seven of Wands here? I feel like you're going to fight for this person. Okay, we've got Justice, Libra energy showing up here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. We've got the Three of Pentacles. I believe this is also maybe Capricorn. I'm going to say Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Five of Pentacles. So lots of earth energy in this reading, you guys. Earth and fire, like heavily. And I mean, all the signs are here. All of them pretty much. So there's something here, you know, that you're going to be protecting. You're going to be fighting for. Okay, you're going to protect your energy. First of all, I feel like you're going to make a choice here to detach from something. You're going to unchain yourself from this overthinking of the past, not allowing yourself to let go completely. You're going to free yourself from that. Okay, you're fighting it off. You're fighting off that devil energy there. Okay, and I feel like you're still obsessing about someone here in the background. And Justice is going to come in and make things a little bit more balanced in your life here. I feel like once you accept the official end of this, it puts you in this abundance. It puts you in this energy of no longer feeling lack, no longer feeling like you're not worthy, like you're not good enough. In the Five of Pentacles, you're going to start collaborating with others, start working with others. I feel like this person in particular that you're calling in sees you as the Nine of Pentacles. They see that you're single. They see that you're independent, that you're able to provide for yourself and live a very happy life on your own. But they want to offer you some sort of truth. I feel like they want to work with you. They want to somehow come together and get you out of this feeling of lack, okay? They see that you're somebody who is not lacking, but you maybe still see yourself this way because of this person's actions from the past. Queen of Swords, so more Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I feel like there's a lot on your mind that you want to express to this person here. Let's see. You want to create something and they want to work with you too. What's the Empress with the Ace of Cups? This is love. This is creating a whole new beginning in love. And you see the Empress. She's not chasing. She's sitting back. Don't worry about gender. It's an energy. Sitting back, waiting to receive that love. Calling in that love. Nurturing the love that comes in. The Empress, you know, does not chase. They attract. Why is the Empress here with the Two of Cups since they came out together? The Two of Wands. Again, making plans. Making plans for the future, allowing, you know, that's usually a world in the girl's hand there. Here it looks kind of like a crystal ball. So she's trying to look ahead to expand her horizons, expand to the future. Rebuild this foundation that fell apart. Create it with somebody. Look at that. The Three of Swords, Libra energy with the Tower. Okay, we've got a lot of heartbreak that caused a major collapse in your identity, your security, your stability, your home life, your relationship, your essence on love and trusting a partner. I feel like you really need to accept that that tower has crumbled and make plans to expand, to rebuild. There's a lot of twos talking about choices. What's the Two of Wands? Two of Wands for the collective, please. Yeah, the High Priestess. You already know that this is going to change for the better. Like, you already know whatever you've manifested, whatever you've called in, whatever you're waiting for is coming. Okay, that's why you're sitting in this meditative state so comfortably. It's like you're sitting back so comfortably here as the Empress. You're sitting there in the meditative state. We saw you earlier sitting in, I forget what card it was, but you're just chilling, okay? And it's because you know intuitively that you've called in somebody that's going to match your frequency, match the love that you give. Look at that, the Ten of Pentacles. That's what you want. You want the security, the stability, the partnership, the legacy, the trust. The trust that you can rely on this person, that it's not just going to be illusions in love. okay? Rose-colored living. Like, you want something that's secure and stable. Look at that, the manifestation that you've been doing. Look at that, the manifestation. You are the magician. You're calling it in, you guys. Whether this is partnership, a job, a home, whatever you want as a legacy, that's the wish fulfillment. That's the manifestation. Okay, you're there working. This is air energy. You're working away heavy in your mind. You're, again, in this meditative seated position. You're really, really connecting to spirit here. You got the High Priestess sitting in that energy. You've got the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. You're calling in love, and not just any love, like the greatest love of all, the Ace of Cups. It's an emotional, like you're going to feel so happy from this exchange of love that it's going to make you cry. I hate to sound dramatic, but I mean, that's what I'm feeling. And what you don't see is this person wanting to come in and express something to you here. They're very afraid. I'm not going to lie. This person is a little bit worried how you're going to receive them. What's the moon? What's the fear? What's the unknown? I feel like you intuitively feel this, but because you are the High Priestess, but this person has the moon attached to their communication. So they have a lot of worry, a lot of doubts. Look at that. The Four of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. This person wants to build the Four of Wands. This is the 1111 card, another wish fulfillment. So make a wish if you're seeing this. This person wants to build a home together. They want to build a foundation. This is two people coming together to celebrate all the determination and passion that they both have for life. So they're afraid that you're not going to see, like, look at the two contrasting colors of these cards. One is so dark and one is so bright. It's like there's all this hidden, unknown energy with the moon, but the moon is illuminating somebody to be able to take a risk, okay? The moonlight is actually giving them some sort of emotional awareness, emotional intelligence to go after something. And that's, you know, of course, the unknown, the fears of what will happen. They're going to take that chance. They're going to race in and they're going to go after what they want. The Hermit, Virgo. They've been in contemplation about this for quite some time. Look at that, the Ace of Pentacles. They want to offer you the pentacle, the golden opportunity to build together, to plant that seed and build a beautiful future. How are you going to respond? What is this Knight of Swords going to say? They could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They don't have to be. What's the Knight of Swords going to say to the collective? That I'm not giving up. Sagittarius energy, the wounded warrior. I'm fighting for this because I want this. Okay, this person comes in with a lot of fire, a lot of ambition, a lot of clarity, a lot of assurance. They're there to fight for you. They're there to defend you. There they are. They're showing up as they did in the very beginning, the Page of Pentacles. This person, again, they could be younger than you, but they come in as a solid person. They're not playing around. Look at that. Again, with the Ten of Pentacles. They're learning how to build up their own finances right now. This is somebody who's very ambitious. They could have their own business. You intimidate them, though. So I feel like, you know, they're trying to really grow their bag or something before they come to offer you some sort of partnership here. What's the Knight of Swords with the Nine of Wands? Look at that. The Three of Swords, Libra energy, came in reverse. Okay, this person knows that you're healing from a broken heart, from betrayal, from pain, from suffering. There you are, the Queen of Cups. Wow. It's like you've called in the self-love. You've ignored something for too long, okay? There was missed opportunities in your past because you were focused on somebody else, making somebody else happy, standing by loyalty, not wanting to disappoint someone, but it left you in this energy of feeling depleted, not good enough, not worthy, bored. You're regaining the love of life again here. Okay, those deep emotions, those exciting emotions are coming, they're flooding back to you here. This person wants to heal your broken heart, but they see that you're doing it on your own. They could also be recovering from some sort of heartbreak as well. But whatever this is, they're charging in. They're coming in with warrior energy, okay? They're They've got the lion attached to them here. They're very, very strong. They could be physically very strong. And they're showing up with a lot of intelligence. This person communicates very clearly, and they're also very passionate. They don't give up on what they want. That's for sure. Look at the energy. They want to race in. Again, there could be distance between the two of you. Yeah, this person could be at a distance from you. They could be younger than you. Doesn't have to be, but this person is reliable. There's somebody who's not playing games, okay? They're learning how to either build up their finances or maybe making a plan how to offer you something solid, but they come in serious. They're not playing you. So this person is very serious. I feel like there's somebody that you've manifested. Okay, we saw the Magician, and it's just talking here about the right timing now, about letting your heart heal for this to grow. Let's see if we can get a message from this person. Maybe they're already in your energy. I feel like they are, because this is in the recent past when they show up. Could have happened around the same time that you were letting go of this previous person, that this person just entered or popped up in your energy, in your circle, in your field. Wow, we've got soon. It says, our reunion is imminent, and I am doing what I can to be ready for you. I am working hard on myself to be a better provider for you. I hear your call for me and coming back to you. This is my promise to you that soon we will reunite again. So it could, again, what I was saying about it could have been a past life connection. It doesn't have to be actually reconciling with somebody, you know, from your past. It could be maybe someone you knew long, long ago. But I feel like you've manifested somebody new, and this is somebody that feels like you've known them in another life. They're telling you here that they're trying to make themselves, like they're trying to grow their pentacles here so they can offer you that 10 of Pentacles that we kept seeing. And we see them as this. Somebody who's a student learning how to provide, making a plan financially to offer something that's worth giving. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. I hope that that helped you. And if you did like that video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.